It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. He'll start the return inside his spot. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the Washington Huskies offense will get first crack at it today. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed.
Turning it on. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Motion from the wide receiver. They're going to ride this running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have
intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
It's a defense that prides themselves on taking the football away. They believe they could impact this game with turnovers, and they get an interception on the opening drive. Wasn't a big return, but that doesn't matter. They stole a possession, and that is huge for their confidence.
Quick release by the QB. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. He is stopped well short of the first down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on fourth. Oh, the attempt is no good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
Well, the upright playing the 12th man on defense, knocking that ball down. That looked like it had a chance to be good.
Unloads quickly. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Lewis to throw. Quickly complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. Get to have a little fun, go get the quarterback.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. A strike downfield.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage. And he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. So nice to have a target like that.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. That pass not close as he got will trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. They'll mark him down right there, and that'll be enough for a Washington first down. Probably the only people upset about going for it on fourth down, the punters, who don't seem to see the field as much as they used to.
Now when you've got a running back like that, he just has like a sixth sense. He always seems like he can just find the crease, especially in these short yardage situations. He comes up with a huge play there on fourth down.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster.
Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Lewis wants to pass. Under fire. Finding an escape route. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
They'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Huskies back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Off play action. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Splits the uprights. Good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've got a first down here to open the period. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Got enough for the first. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to.
There he goes. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year? He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Nestled just inside that right upright. And, guys, that 3-ball has us all tied up here in the second.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the RPO, complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Got his man on the outside. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Lewis to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Washington sends out the punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. To the air on 1st down. Oh, he wants it all. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot. But the flag is down. Let's check the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. The hand to the running back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Grabbed behind the line, it's Lemon. At the 40, there he goes. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
They made 3 plays into this drive, and it's apparent what this offense wants to do. They're going to take shots down the field. They're going to be aggressive.
Nice move to pick up yardage. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Quick completion on the out. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. And he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown. Lining up for the PAT.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Lewis wants to pass. This time he's got him. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signaled for the 2-minute timeout. The Huskies come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Breaks into the open. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Back to pass. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
Looking to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. He's got enough, and it'll be a first down for Washington. Tempo in overdrive. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Huskies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll leave it with him. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Lewis to throw. Fires to the right. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Quickly out to the tight end. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. On first down from the 13-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Pressure coming. They're going to get him, and this offense now has even more work to do. A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but a chance to put something on the board before halftime. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. The give. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle.
Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
to give. Turning it on. No one's going to get him. Touchdown.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
On the run from inside his own, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. And this fumble bounces out of bounds.
Man, that's one of those where you just go, dadgummit, if we had a little bit more space. Nice job creating the fumble, but just running out of real estate, not able to land on it. Man, you just get a little bit frustrated because you wanted that turnover. You caused the fumble. You just couldn't secure it.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Looking for room. It's Lemon. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Rush is on him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Pass the sticks and still on his feet. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Into the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in his hands.
Caught over the middle. It's Lindsey. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
Finds the tight end, and he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Gets the back moving. Lewis wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. To the ground with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stuff.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Huskies in a good spot here with second and short. Motion from the wideout. He's got it on the right. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
How about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that player. Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Off the play fake on first down. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. So now it's second and long. Here we go. They'll run it from the gun. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Fires to the middle. And the third down pass is incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Just keeps moving. And he's brought down after a nice game.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll give it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game is going.
Going for it all. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Husky. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the score.
Yeah, they had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering it. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Good timing on the quick out. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Lindsey. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Across the 25. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
He's got his man, makes the grab. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th.
Steps into the end zone for a touchdown. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not...
There he goes! And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
That is the last thing you want on first down as an offense, a sack. Now it's 2nd down. Lewis to throw. Gets it out quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Takes the handoff. It's Lemon. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. Handoff to the single back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.